Welcome back to Spoiler-Free Wrestling, everyone. And All Elite Wrestling presented their third official event last night. Fight for the Fallen took place in Daly's Place Amphitheater, a very unique-looking setup in Jacksonville, Florida. In this video, we're going to run through all the results from the show as well as the updated win-loss records for the entire AEW roster. And let's start things off with last night's main event. The Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, improved to 3-0 in the promotion by beating Cody and Dustin Rhodes. So, for Matt and Nick Jackson, they are 3-0. They started things off at Double or Nothing in Chicago. No, that was in Las Vegas, defeating the Lucha Bros. Then at Fyter Fest in Daytona Beach, they teamed with Kenny Omega and defeated the Lucha Bros and the Laredo Kid. And then last night in Jacksonville, the Young Bucks improving to 3-0 by defeating Dustin and Cody Rhodes. As for the Rhodes brothers, not as successful as the Young Bucks. Cody is now 1-1-1. He is 1-0-1 in singles matches. He defeated his brother Dustin at Double or Nothing and then went to a 20-minute time limit draw with Darby Allin at Fyter Fest. And now in his first tag team match for the promotion, Cody drops a 2-on-2 bout along with his brother to the Young Bucks. As for Dustin Rhodes, this was his second match in AEW and his second straight loss. He lost to his brother Cody at Double or Nothing and then lost to the Young Bucks last night. Now, how this match here impacts the AEW tag team division is still not clear. The promotion has announced that a tournament will commence when they begin on TNT in the fall. There will also be a match at All Out involving at least the Best Friends and the Dark Order. We don't know if some other teams might get added to that as well. And the winning team there will receive a bye in the first round of the tournament. As for if the Rhodes brothers will be entering the tournament as a team, Dustin Rhodes was asked after the event if he plans on being a singles or tag team competitor, and he said more or less he's not sure. They're going to take some time to discuss things over the next few weeks and go from there. But his brother will likely not be available to team with him on the next pay-per-view, as Cody and Shawn Spears have been building up quite a rivalry, and this is just speculation, but it's likely we could end up seeing Cody versus Shawn Spears at All Out. Now, what that would mean for Dustin, we're not sure. And what that would mean for Dustin and Cody possibly entering the Tag Team Championship tournament, we'll just have to wait and see. But the Young Bucks improving to 3-0, and the Rhodes brothers dropping their first match as a team in AEW. The semi-main event at Fight for the Fallen in Jacksonville saw Kenny Omega pick up his first singles win in AEW by defeating Shima. Now for Kenny Omega, he improves his overall record to 2 wins and 1 loss. He's now 1-1 in singles matches, having dropped a bout to Chris Jericho at Double or Nothing, and then having defeated Shima last night. In tag team matches, Omega is 1-0. He was on the winning side of a 6-man tag along with the Young Bucks, defeating the Lucha Bros and Laredo Kid. So Kenny Omega picks up his second straight victory after losing his first match in the promotion to Chris Jericho. As for Shima, this was also his third match in AEW. His record drops to 1-2 overall, 1-1 in singles matches. He defeated Christopher Daniels at Fyter Fest and lost to Kenny Omega last night. He was also on the losing end of a 6-man tag at Double or Nothing, along with his Strong Hearts teammates going up against SCU. So Kenny Omega improving to 2-1, Shima dropping to 1-2. And they are both now 1-1 in singles matches. The Lucha Bros picked up a much-needed victory last night as Pentagon and Phoenix defeated the SCU team of Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky. Christopher Daniels was on the outside for SCU for a portion of this match. He was eventually sent to the back, however, after getting involved. And for the Lucha Bros, this was a much-needed victory. They dropped their first 2 matches in the promotion. They lost to the Young Bucks at Double or Nothing, and then lost to the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega along with the Laredo Kid at Fyter Fest. Now, after the match, Pentagon and Phoenix brought out a golden ladder that they used to take out SCU, and then used to dramatically challenge the Young Bucks to a ladder match for the AAA Tag Team Championships at All Out. So it looks like the Lucha Bros and Young Bucks rivalry is not yet over. If you remember, the Lucha Bros won back the AAA Tag Team Championships in Mexico recently, and now the 2 teams will vie for those titles in a ladder match on AEW's All Out on August 31st. As for SCU, they now drop to 1-1 as a tag team. So in 3-on-3 matches, they're 1-0 as they defeated the Strong Hearts at Double or Nothing. They lost a triple threat tag team match, and this was Kazarian and Sky again, which was won by the Best Friends at Fyter Fest. And they had their first 2-on-2 match in AEW last night. Again, it was Kazarian and Sky, and they lost to the Lucha Bros. So SCU drops to 1-1 or 1-2. Triple threats and fatal 4-ways we kind of put as a multi-person loss or a multi-team loss. So depending on how you want to score it, SCU is either 1-1 or 1-2. The Lucha Bros are 1-2. Also last night, Hangman Page defeated Kip Sabian, and Page, much like the the Young Bucks, is now 3-0 in AEW. He won the Casino Battle Royale at Double or Nothing. He then won a fatal 4-way match at Fyter Fest, and here he defeated Kip Sabian in his first 1-on-1 match in the promotion as he gears up to take on Chris Jericho for the AEW World Championship at All Out. As for Superbad Kip Sabian, he defeated Sammy Guevara at on the Double or Nothing pre-show, so this loss to Hangman Page drops him to 1 win and 1 loss. The Dark Order made their debut in All Elite Wrestling last night inside Daly's place in Jacksonville, Florida. And they defeated 2 teams in a triple threat match. The other 2 teams being A Boy and His Dinosaur, Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, and Angelico and Jack Evans. And so the Dark Order now improves to 1-0 as a team in AEW. Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, this was their first match as a team in AEW, and they dropped that. And Angelico and Jack Evans, they are now 0-2 or 0-1, depending on how you want to score it. And they lost to the Best Friends at Double or Nothing. And then here in this triple threat match, they were not the winners. Dark Order was able to pick up the victory. And so now Dark Order and the Best Friends are the 2 teams which have qualified for a match at the All Out pay-per-view, with the winning team receiving a bye in the Tag Team Championship Tournament. So whether it'll just be the Best Friends versus the Dark Order, whether other teams will be added to the mix, we're not sure right now. But what we do know is that the Dark Order, formerly known as the Super Smash Bros, and the Best Friends will have a chance to move on to the second round of the AEW Tag Team Championship Tournament at All Out. Brandy Rhodes made her debut for All Elite Wrestling last night, and she improves her record to 1-0, defeating Allie, and Allie's record drops to 1-1. She had defeated Leva Bates on the pre-show for Fyter Fest. Now, Brandy Rhodes also had Awesome Kong at ringside along with her. Awesome Kong was confronted by Aja Kong after the match, however, so perhaps we could see a battle of the Kongs. Some dueling Kongs between Awesome Kong and Aja Kong at All Out. We'll just have to wait and see. Now, in the opening match on the main show, Shawn Spears did what Cody was not able to do at Fyter Fest. Shawn Spears pinned Darby Allin in the 6-man tag. He delivered a Death Valley driver and picked up the win for his team over Darby Allin. So now for Shawn Spears, he is 1-0-1. He is 1-0 in 3-on-3 tag matches, having been on the winning end here at Fight for the Fallen. He was also entered into the Casino Battle Royale match he did not win. So Shawn Spears is 1-0-1 or 1-1, depending on how you want to score those multi-person matches. Other participants in that match, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, for the first time in 3 attempts, ended up on the winning side of a match in AEW. He's now 1 win, 0 losses, 2 MPLs, depending on how you want to score it. You could also say he's 1-2. He picked up the win in the 3-on-3 last night and has not won 2 multiple-person matches, including the Casino Battle Royale and the 4-way match at Fyter Fest, which was won by Hangman Page. As for Sammy Guevara, he's now 1-1, having been on the winning side in this match, but also having dropped a singles match to Kip Sabian on the Double or Nothing pre-show. Joey Janela is 0-2-1 now. He has an 0-1 singles record. He dropped a match to Jon Moxley. However, that match is not officially on the record books. It was a lights out match. So technically that match doesn't count. So Joey Janela is really just 1-1. He did not win the Casino Battle Royale at Double or Nothing. And he lost this 6-man tag team match here. Darby Allin is 0-1-1. As in 0 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. He went to a time limit draw with Cody at Fyter Fest, and then was on the losing side of things here, even taking the pin in the 6-man tag from Fight for the Fallen. Jimmy Havoc. As for Jimmy Havoc, he is now 0-1-2 multiple-person losses. He was in both multi-person matches that were won by Hangman Page, the 21-person Casino Battle Royale, and then the Fatal 4-Way at Fyter Fest. And then he was on the wrong side of things here in a 6-man tag. So Jimmy Havoc, no wins in 3 attempts so far in AEW for him. Then we go into the pre-show, and 2 wrestlers making their debut will also go into the win column for the first time. B. Priestley and Shoko Nakajima. Now, Nakajima, love this, she is 4'8". She's the 4'8" kaiju. And she picked up the pin on Riho, and Riho and Britt Baker were both undefeated in AEW coming into this match. So B. Priestley and Shoko Nakajima both improved to 1-0. As for Britt Baker, the dentist is now 1-1. She's 1-0 in Fatal 4-Way matches, having won the Fatal 4-Way at Double or Nothing, defeating Kylie Ray, Nyla Rose, and Awesome Kong. And then she dropped this 2-on-2 tag team match here to beat Priestley and Shoko Nakajima. And as for her partner, Riho, who is Kenny Omega's favorite intergender tag team partner, Riho went into this with a 2-0 record. She had won the triple threat at Fyter Fest, defeating Nyla Rose and Yuka Sakazaki. And she has a 3-on-3 tag team record, as at Double or Nothing, she was on the winning side of a tag team match, and they defeated Aja Kong, Emi Sakura, and Yuka Sakazaki. So Riho was looking like a top-ranked wrestler in the women's division coming into this, as was Britt Baker, but they both find themselves dropping their undefeated tag in the promotion, and both take the loss as the debuting B. Priestley. And God, didn't she look good. She looks far more intimidating in the ring than she does. I don't know. She just looked really good out there, I thought. And Riho, who looked like she was en route to being one of the top women in the division, she takes the pin to Shoko Nakajima. And so Riho now 2-1, Britt Baker 1-1, B. Priestley 1-0, Shoko Nakajima 1-0 as well. And Kicking things off on the pre-show, Sonny Kiss wrestles in his first match since not winning the Casino Battle Royale. He wins a singles match over the debuting Peter Avalon. So Peter Avalon drops to 0-1. Sonny Kiss 1-0 and one multi-person loss, having not won the Casino Battle Royale. And so that is the result and the updated win-loss records for All Elite Wrestling. If you go to spoilerfreewrestling.com, we have the win-loss records for absolutely every single person on the roster, and they are broken down into singles matches, tag team matches, multi-person matches, and anything you could possibly need. Just make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any news or reports from Spoiler Free Wrestling.